Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. The only source of knowledge is experience. Creativity is intelligence having fun. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Try not to become a man of success, but rather to become a man of value. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. The search for truth is more precious than its possession. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. I salute the man who is going through life always helpful, knowing no fear, and to whom aggressiveness and resentment are alien. A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion toward men and toward objective things. Don't listen to the person who has the answers. Listen to the person who has the questions. Long live impudence. It's my guardian angel in this world. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. 3 rules of work. Out of clutter find simplicity, from discord find harmony, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. When I am judging a theory, I ask myself whether, if I were God, I would have arranged the world in such a way. I believe in intuition and inspiration. At times I feel certain I am right while not knowing the reason. I lived in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in maturity. The world is not dangerous because of those who do harm, but because of those who look at it without doing anything. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts. The destiny of civilized humanity depends more than ever on the moral forces it is capable of generating. A new type of thinking is essential if mankind is to survive and move toward higher levels. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. The man who regards his own life and that of his fellow creatures as meaningless is not merely unfortunate but almost disqualified for life. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Never memorize something that you can look up. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or objects. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. You never fail until you stop trying. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? Life is like a piano. What you get out of it depends on how you play it. Small is the number of people who see with their eyes and think with their minds. The difference between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. I think and think for months and years. 99 times the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. Common sense is nothing more than a deposit of prejudices laid down in the mind before you reach 18. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. The pursuit of knowledge for its own sake, an almost fanatical love of justice, and the desire for personal independence, these are the features of the Jewish tradition which make me thank my stars I belong to it. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in the years of maturity. Setting an example is not the main means of influencing others. It is the only means. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination.